What's up, guys? A few weeks ago I talked about the book called The Reaper on Audible. It's written by Nicholas Irving, who is a very well-decorated sniper, both in Afghanistan and Iraq, and the book is really good. And I talked about him possibly coming on the show. Well, Audible hooked it up and is making that come true. He will be here today. If you haven't read the book yet, I highly recommend it. And if you don't have an Audible account yet, you can read it for free using the URL audible.com/DemolitionRanch. You get a free 30-day trial. You can go listen to this book. And again, I wanted to thank Audible for making this all happen, and Nick should be here soon.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's happening, dude?
Nothing much. That's pretty good shot groups.
Thanks.
You a vet?
Yeah, I'm a vet. Are you a vet?
Yeah, man, I am.
Cool.
Yeah, where'd you serve?
Texas.
Texas?
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
man.
Where'd you serve?
I was out at Fort Benning, Georgia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't know they had vets out there.
Yeah, what'd you do while you were in as a vet?
Just operate a lot.
Oh, you were an operator?
Yeah, I still am an operator.
Wow. Oh, dude, thank you. Thank you so much, man. You guys are
You're welcome.
top notch, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks.
no worries, dude. I was only tier 2.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't
okay.
really operate, I operated, but not like an operator. Like you.
I can teach you how to operate if I'm keep this between you and me, but I think I'm the best operator I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah. No big deal.
Unbelievable.
No big deal.
Unbelievable. Dude, I understand, man. But so you're an operator and you served in Texas. Where'd you deploy?
What do you mean?
Deploy, you're an operator.
Uh-huh.
Where'd you deploy?
I don't understand the question.
Oh, dude, you know what stolen valor is, though, right? Have you ever heard of that?
No?
Want me to show you?
Yeah.
Dude,
Welcome to Demolition Ranch. I'm here with Nicholas Irving. You go by Irv or Nick or?
Nick's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in his book, he goes by Irv a lot with all the. So this is the author of The Reaper, which I talked about a couple videos ago. He also has a new book on Audible called Way of the Reaper. Mm-hmm. And basically, tell us a little bit about yourself real quick.
Yeah, man. Pretty much, I served in 3rd Ranger Battalion, 75th Ranger Regiment. Did my entire career there. Got out in 2010, picked up contracting for a little bit, got out and started writing books.
And then we found out that he lives in San Antonio, which is right where I am. So he came over here today. I have some guns that I want him to shoot. Some of them you've probably shot guns like this before. I know you have.
I'm not a good shot, so we'll see.
I bet not. Some of them I don't think you've ever shot before. You guys have seen these guns before, so should be a good day. But wanted to thank Audible for bringing us together today, making this all possible. Let's get some guns. Oh, also, hold on, let me show you one thing. We have a VTEC engine over here. It's an aluminum engine, so it's a non-American engine, and Nick and I are gonna send it out in a very American way. Nick has an AR-15 shooting 5.56. This is his gun. We're gonna shoot it first at the engine just to see what the tiny little 5.56 bullets will do to it, and then we'll move up to something a little bit larger. So it went through the intake and then down in through the head there.
Does it come out the back?
I don't think.
Oh, yeah.
It came out? Oh yeah.
One inside here came out.
Went out. The one that went through a lot of metal stopped in there. All right, everyone on my channel, Nick, has seen the 500 Magnum pistol.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Have you ever seen it?
I've seen one, never shot one.
Yes! Here is the 500 Magnum. Both my 50s in the same case. We'll get to the big boy in a little bit. I know you've shot one of these before, but this one is gonna rock your world.
Oh my gosh, man.
Nick just told me he has never shot a revolver before.
Never shot a revolver,
So
man.
this will definitely be an experience.
Bloody nose, here we come.
There's a reason I only load one round in this thing at a time, because it is a little scary when it goes off. You just hold it as tight as you can. Here you go. This is a 350 grain projectile there.
Jeez, man. You want to get a practice one first? Or what?
No practice. You're gonna get 2 shots with this. I'll show you why in just a second.
Not gonna lie, a little nervous.
You should be.
Put a lot of muscle in here. Oh. Oh.
All right, how was it?
Felt like punching a brick wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
That hurt.
there's a little secret I have for you here, Nick. That wasn't the big bullet.
Oh my god.
Hold that one up. That's your 350 grain. This is a 700 grain
Oh my
bullet.
gosh. All right, let's do it.
This is my favorite thing in the world to do right here.
Oh, man. This one's gonna hurt.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Don't flinch.
luckily for me, I sleep with one of these underneath my pillow. So when people break in, I just simply, oh, oh. Oh man.
Nick,
I'm not gonna shoot that anymore.
Nick, how does it feel? How's your hand feel?
This one feels like I was boxing Floyd Mayweather.
Okay.
And this one feels like I hit Mike Tyson. Is that one right there?
Yep, that's one right there.
It's the other
I don't know
one.
where the other one went. All right, Nick, we got some questions from commenters.
Yeah.
Phil Gaz ask him what his favorite weapon is.
My favorite weapon.
I guess this is anything.
We'll
it can
do-
be,
yeah, we'll
it
do
can be
pistol.
something. It can be something you use, your favorite weapon that you use in combat, or just overall, or whatever.
Favorite weapon in combat would have to be the SR-25.
Which is a 308
308
caliber, AR-10, I guess.
Yeah, AR-10 style.
Yeah.
Shoots an M118 LR, precision rifle, semi-automatic. That would have to be my favorite deployment weapon.
And your buddy Pemberton, he shot a 300 Win Mag.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And so you prefer the 308 versus the 300 Win Mag. Why is that?
It just depends on where I'm at. Usually if I was going to deploy to a place where it's not target rich and the distances are above 500 yards, I would take out the 300.
Yeah.
But being the type of sniping that we did overseas, like a SWAT team member, the average shot was 1 to 300 yards. And we had a few shots. My longest shot was at half a mile, and I was engaging targets, you know, as far as I could see. Whether I hit them or not sure, but I wish I had the 300 that day.
So did you know that they make AR style rifles that are chambered in 300 Win Mag?
Never shot it. I've never shot a semi-automatic 300 Win Mag. No.
Want to?
Yeah, I do.
He hasn't seen this yet.
Jeez, man.
So that is a 300 Win Mag. It has a carbon fiber barrel, so it's not heavy like you would think of a 300 Win Mag.
No, not at all.
What probably weighs about what that SR-25 weighs, maybe a little more.
This is a little bit lighter.
Is it?
Well, with all the optics I had a night optics.
Do you have a suppressor on it too?
Suppressors,
Yeah.
lasers, bipods, and 20 rounds in. So about the same, the same. This is how I shot overseas. Like 90% of my shots I took, man.
Really?
Like 80 to 90% was mainly like this, dude. Ready?
Yep.
Nice, dude.
Right?
Thing is nice.
No kick, huh?
I want to deploy with this next, dude.
I know.
This is something I could use.
That's what I'm saying.
I could use it.
It seems like it's best of both worlds because you have the power of a 300
Yep.
in a lightweight package like a 308, and it doesn't
Handles
kick.
like a 308 too.
That report out the side of it's huge, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
love this thing,
it's got a big black. Look at all the smoke. Pretty good shots there. And doesn't look like anything is even close to coming through this.
No.
Not even close.
Jeez, man. At that distance with the 300 Win Mag, I would have thought that it would have at least came out somewhere in this area.
Yeah,
or-
busted out the side.
Yeah.
But Nick, we got a 50 BMG.
Yeah.
I may have brought some armor-piercing incendiary rounds, so we can get crazy. Before we go 50, I wanted Nick to shoot this thing like a pistol, and it's so light you can even do it one hand.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
But like a normal gun, you would think it's gonna kick you in the face when you do something like that.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Dude, that's insane.
Isn't that nuts?
That's insane.
All right, so go back. Tell the Rangers that's the gun they need to carry now.
Oh yeah, we're buying the whole stock.
Perfect. So this is the Barrett M107A1 50 BMG. I have some other questions from you guys. Ben Vega asked, could Nicholas Irving tell us about that random hole his spotter fell into during a night op in Afghanistan?
Oh yeah.
That actually is pretty scary.
Yeah, dude, it was a crazy op. We fast roped in.
Fast rope means jump out of a helicopter on a rope, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Just controlled fall on a rope. You know, with using your hands and your feet to control your descent. We fast roped into this large, looked like irrigation ditches, but when you went down into the irrigation ditch, they were like 10, 20 feet high. So I went down, Pemberton went down first, I'm in after him, and I remember looking up and feeling like an ant. Everything was just pitch black, my nods were off, my night vision. Pick up, start moving. He's right behind me, a few feet. We're picking up the rear, about to, you know, go take on our little objective and overwatch our guys going in. We go up this little pathway, and before I know it, I'm like hearing this a faint noise of, I think it's my name. I took my ear pro out. I'm like, what the heck is that? I look back and Pemberton's not there. So I'm like, oh, this is so bad. Walk back. I'm like, dude, how did I lose Pemberton? And
did y'all have flashlights or anything? This is like pitch black night, right?
Pitch black night.
Okay, so you don't have flashlights because you don't want to be seen.
And when you take off your nods, you can barely see anything too. So I'm walking where I'm hearing this little faint voice, and my foot touches the edge of this 20, 30 foot circumference hole in the ground, and I'm looking down. It's just, you know, pitch black, like a black hole. So I'm screaming down there. I'm like, hey, dude, you know, talking to him, and he's like, I'm like, dude, how deep is it? He's like 10, 15 feet. I'm like, shoot, take off the ladder on your back, collapsible ladder, climb back up. He's like, no, I can't, lost the ladder. I'm like, all right, I'm hopping down. I start to dekit, and luckily, one of the assaulters came over. I call up, you know, man down, and like, man down, no gunshots. I'm like, no, man down in a hole. And, you know, assaulter comes over, he's like, dude, wait, drops down a chem light, watch the chem light go down, disappear. I'm like, that's not 10, 15 feet. We found out it was like, you know, almost 100 feet deep, and the depth was way further. We had the, you know, CSAR come in, search and rescue, PJs come in. They went down on a rope. They were hovering over top of me. I'm sprawled out by this, you know, hole covering Pemberton. Little stuff going on behind me, and this Chinook helicopter, hurricane force winds are right above me, sliding me closer to this hole. So I drop out the rifle, sprawl out. I'm like looking up at this black mass, you know, like looking at the wheel. I'm like, oh, dude, they're gonna crush me, you know. Luckily they didn't. He got extracted. He fell like 90, 75, 80, 90 feet, dude.
So did he slide down something, or did he hit water and that's why he didn't die falling that far?
Yeah, he hit water. He ended up getting out. He just had a fractured tibia. He went home, and the first thing I called him up when he got home, he was like, dude, I have the best chocolate chip cookies, you know, waiting for him. I was like, this guy. Yeah, we gave him a nice Halo badge and a Navy SEAL Trident.
Yep.
For completing that. Well, you know, operator, you know. It's all operator, man.
One more question on that note. You're talking about the helicopter. Do you get motion sick ever? Because you were talking about, so I've flown on one helicopter and lots of airplanes, but one helicopter in my life, and I got a little motion sick. And you're talking about doing a helicopter with evasive maneuvers, dodging stuff, and like you talked about one coming up and slowing down, like banking to slow down, like that would make me vomit. And then you got to jump out and fight after that. Yeah, dude, I'm not scared of that stuff. That stuff is like the exciting portion. It's like a roller coaster. I remember in Iraq we were getting shot at with RPGs. Even in Afghanistan, our helicopter would get hit on the bottom, and Night Stalkers are doing some evasive maneuvers, doing all this stuff. That doesn't get me sick, but looking out, I have a huge fear of heights. So jumping out of planes was not my thing. I had to do it. Looking down from a fast rope, dude, I hate heights. Yeah, I couldn't do that. No, not for me. But I did it, and looking back at it, I'm glad I did, but I don't know how I did it. It's one of those things, you just look at the guy in front of you to the next, right and left of you, and you're like, he did it, might as well. He can do it, I can do it, yeah. When your parents say he jumped off of a bridge, will you do it too? My answer was yes. Grab the 50. Ready when you are. Ready. Sending. That's a hit. Sending. So the Barrett makes a bit of a bigger hole than the 5.56 did. That's both of them. That's both of them, yeah, it is. All right. So, nothing. Really? Nothing. It is catching everything. Gosh, dude. So this is an aluminum block and aluminum heads and aluminum intake, which are fairly soft, but there's steel in here, and you can see it's chunking pieces of steel out. Little bolts and everything are all flying out of this thing. Yeah. So you can see where it went in that aluminum head there. So we're messing some stuff up, but I was hoping something would be breaking out the side or the back. Yeah. We have some bigger rounds. Let's try those. Armor piercing. Nice. We have incendiary, the blue tip. Nice. We have armor piercing incendiary. You have any Sabo? Actually, so this is a armor piercing incendiary tracer. So we got all kinds of good stuff. No, I don't have any Sabos. In your book, you said, and I quote, shredding a location with machine guns is one thing, firing artillery rounds or dropping bombs on a location is another. I've been a deliverer of death, the reaper who'd came and collected lives. Being the target of someone else's reaping wasn't something I'd even considered until that day. Yeah. So you were targeted by a sniper. Yeah, Chechen sniper, man. And that was the most humbling experience I've ever had. Before that was a lot of success in a very short amount of time.
and that leads a mid 20-year-old kid to become really, really cocky.
Think they're invincible.
Exactly. And you know, we're brought up to believe that anyways. But with that being said, you know, you get out there and you're, you know, getting 5 guys a night and stuff like that. It's cool, and you're getting a chance to do something not many guys get a chance to do. But being pinned down by another guy who's better than you, and he has specifically you in his scope, that's a very, very humbling experience. And it made me it made me realize that I wasn't, you know, as great as I thought I was. You know what I mean?
Which is probably a great thing for you to realize.
Oh yeah, I cried that day, dude, and not many guys will, you know, admit that, but I mean, being pinned down in a 4-foot hole with like 6 guys, reconnaissance guys, man, for 3 hours, and then fighting your way back out, you know, debate on, are we going to pull the pin on a grenade so we kill ourselves? Because we were surrounded by a few hundred guys at that point. Like the entire village came out to play. But running low on ammo, I had like a mag left, and this guy were playing volleyball with bullets, and you hear a bullet snap past you and look at your spotter or somebody else, and a bullet would, you know, cut in front of their face. You're watching grass get chopped down. It was a humbling experience, man.
Yep. So 4 crazy rounds in a row. We'll see if any of these actually make it through our engine block.
Which one do you think will make it through?
I kind of am starting to worry that none of them will make it through.
All right. I want to drop this lower. Sending.
Send it. Jeez.
Let me grab some hearing aid.
I didn't even notice that.
Me neither.
You probably noticed it as soon as you fired, though. Did you see that flash?
Yeah, I did, dude.
That was awesome.
Insane. Ready?
Yep.
Sending. Saw that? That flash was pretty intense, dude.
Yeah. That first one was a straight incendiary, and so
yeah,
that thing lights up. Sent them right through the middle.
Anything out there?
Yeah, we got one.
Nice.
Yep, one went straight out the back, knocking bolts out and everything.
That
too.
was the one that probably put off the spark.
Might have been, yep.
Looked like it came off the middle section of it. Jeez, man.
We'll call that a victory. But yeah, out of those 4 crazy rounds and then 2 other 50 BMGs, we only made it through with 1. I don't even see anything that came out the side or anything.
No, right here? No, me neither. Oh, maybe in the back a little bit, but nothing in here.
Japanese engines, they know what they're doing.
Yeah. If you're riding around the street and you don't want to have your engine blown out, get one of these.
In case you're riding through sniper territory.
Yeah, get one of these.
All right, Nick, I have one more gun.
Yeah.
And you should feel special because I bought this gun yesterday.
What?
They haven't seen it. I haven't shot it.
Nice.
You ready for this?
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's been here the whole time. You didn't notice it was over here under this cover.
So we think.
Bum,
I saw the cover. I didn't know there was a gun underneath there. Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
So don't get too excited. This is a semi-auto only.
Nice.
But this is a 1919 A4. So this is based off of the fully auto version. You ever shot one of these?
Negative.
Cool.
I shot a 50 cal.
Yeah, so I shot a
dude.
full auto 50 cal the other day and was in love with it. And so I saw this one in the gun shop and I was like, yep, I need to add that to my collection. So it's a belt fed 308, which is the caliber you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
Belt fed 308 semi-auto version of the machine gun.
Same.
So yeah, I figured we'd just take that engine out with this thing.
Yeah.
Finish it off.
Dude, this is so nice.
We're trying to figure out how to load this thing. You gotta pull way hard on that. There you go. So I bought this yesterday, never fired it. I'm gonna let this guy show me how it's done. He's never fired one either. But
Never fired one. I'm familiar with like the, you know, feeder paws and all that, but let's give it a shot.
well, we'll see if it fires. I think you may have to do it twice.
No, it's not even.
Not pulling it in?
No.
Okay.
That's. And I guess we.
Just push.
Ready when you are?
Yep, ready. Nice.
Yep.
Bummer.
Let's get back.
Okay. What do we got here? We can't get the 1919 to fire more than 1 round. Apparently it's not broken. Apparently we just don't know how to use it. So the guy I bought the gun from is coming. He's gonna be here in like 10-15 minutes. Paul, thank you for coming to the rescue. We think we may have it fixed now. We were definitely just doing it way wrong.
The only other way is it blows up in your face and
That's why I'm making Nick shoot it first.
horrible death.
Dude, true story. I had one blow up on me and a new guy in Ranger Battalion, a 50 cal.
Oh, that's the last gun you want to blow up in your face.
Yeah, the back plate came off or something, dude, and popped him in his chest.
Not going.
Claw. I don't think
Let me
the
do,
claw grabbed it.
Let me do it again.
Yep. Do it again.
Oh!
No.
It's not grabbing it. Why is it not grabbing it?
Dang it!
Negative.
Yeah. Wonder why it's not popping out.
Dang it! Okay, we've done everything we know. I called the guy who let me shoot his 50 cal full auto version of this. He thought everything looked good. We called the guys who make this gun. They think everything looks good. So then we thought, let's just try a different ammo. So I only had one other kind of ammo here, and it's like really junky steel cased 308. This stuff. It seems like it worked. Like we shot 3 rounds in a row, which we had not done yet. So we're gonna load up the belt and see if this thing will rip up the engine block.
Felt like my child walked for the first time. When I saw it fire. It made me really
You're so
happy.
proud.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Here we go.
that looked good.
Ready to knock it out?
Bring it. All right, how was it? Was it great?
Dude, I was not gonna stop unless you told me to. Let her rip, man. I like that.
Yeah, that's
let the
true. You
trigger
gotta
reset.
reset it all
Yep,
the way.
yep.
Okay, I see.
What it is,
here.
it's like when it recoils, don't let it, like as soon as you hit it, come right off of
Let
it.
off of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, I love it, man. I love it. Nice. I love it, man.
Let's go check out that engine. Well, we tore it up pretty good.
Beautiful.
It's still smoking. Nice.
Any exits out of this one?
Nope. Well, just out of the top. We hit some up here high,
Yeah.
but one went out there, but nothing.
I love the fact it's still smoking.
Tore up the engine pretty good. Nick, did you do anything today you hadn't done before?
Yeah, I shot the 1919, the short barrel Barrett, and
Because yeah, you'd only shot the longer ones prior.
yeah, and I shot the 300 Win Mag semi-auto that felt like a 22.
And
And the one I chose to forget about on purpose, the 500 Magnum.
yes, my favorite to watch you shoot. I actually hate the gun,
Oh yeah,
as you guys know. Thanks for coming.
definitely.
So go check out Nick's books, The Reaper and The Way of the Reaper. And if you go to audible.com/DemolitionRanch, you can get a free 30-day trial. You can read his books or any other books, but I would highly recommend his books or he'll come kill you in your sleep. Thanks so much, Demolition Ranch. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Contact. That's a great idea. What about the quad hawk? No, don't move. Bobby!